Hello everyone, this is Teacher Jadea. For today, we will discuss about exploring culture and history through poetry. So, to honor and to love our country are noble acts that should be instilled in young minds like you. Esmil, a Philippine-born rapper, takes pride on the lyrics of Panalo, which shows his love of country. The poem in this lesson talks about the pride of our country and of being a Filipino. It will help you realize the beauty and grandeur of our country. As you read it, take notice of our uniqueness as a nation, and you will also learn how writers use figurative language and imagery to add beauty and creativity in poems. Figurative language gives clearness, force, and beauty to ideas and add effectiveness to one's speech and writing. Figurative languages uses figures of speech. It is any use of words in a sense different from their literal definition. So let us review the most common figures of speech. We have here simile, metaphor, and personification. Simile is a comparison of two unrelated things with the use of as and like. Metaphor is a comparison of two unrelated things without the use of as and like. While personification is the objects and animals are given human qualities. For example, in simile, life is like a tree. In metaphor, life is a tree. While in personification, it is the tree shook with joy. Let's have another example. Like a tall woman walking across the rice field, the rain came slowly, dressed in crystal and then sun. Rain is being compared to a tall woman, using the word like. For metaphor, morning is a new sheet of paper for you to write. Morning and then new sheet of paper is being compared. While personification, the waves dance as the sun smiles at them. Waves and sun are given human qualities. We have here imagery. It is an element of the poem that uses words to appeal to senses. It uses simile, metaphor, and personification and other figures of speech. Imagery in literary works uses sensory experiences or sensory images such as sight or visual, sound or auditory, touch or tactile, smell, olfactory, or taste gustatory to describe the impressions of the writers and create vivid pictures that can explain to the readers the meaning of a poem or prose. There are 6 sensory images such as sight or visual, which appeals to the sense of seeing, sound or auditory, which appeals to the sense of hearing, touch or tactile, which appeals to the sense of feeling, smell or olfactory, which appeals to the sense of smelling, taste or gustatory, which appeals to the sense of taste, and then last one, motion, which appeals to the sense of seeing with another dimension, that is movement. So let's try to look at the chart and read the sensory experiences these images suggest. Wind blew its hardest, it is touch. bent its head gracefully. It is motion. New fragrance. It is smell. Sun comes up. It is sight. Chirping of the birds. It is sound. A bittersweet coffee. It is taste. Now let's try to read the poem and find out the reason why the author is proud to be a Filipino. And are you both proud for the same reason? Toribia A. Mano was born on April 16, 1920 in Zamboanga City, comes from a family of dealers. Her rich experiences, which she effectively used in her literary works, were acquired through frequent inter-islands and cross-country travels. I am a Filipino. I came from islands rippled with sun, where days are green fires and nights are warm with moon and stars. Girdling my loins is blood rich as milk, for I was born of Sultan, Rahas, kings, soldiers, heroes who fought to sing the poetry of freedom. My house is my land, virgin, brown, wombed out of loam, volcanic rock and shells, carpeted with rice, corn, coconut, cane, trees that rises temples to grapple winds. Rains, mighty rivers furrowing the earth. Where I walk, my shadow is a marriage of flags. Malay, Chinese, Spanish, American, Japanese, while in my bones sleep quietly as a bride. Vanquished, desires of conquerors who dreamt of empires, gold, trade, and spice. Though a pale breed, I stand with the Asians, for my love and loyalty are as fish to the sea. I am proud of my brownness. My duty and destiny are 30 million brown men planting rice, husking coconut, throwing nets far into the Pacific, hacking mountains of iron, coal, chrome, manganese, and timber to live. We are one and the same, a moving, restless caravan of dark brown skin building a holding heritage of democracy, piece by piece with our dreams, sweat and death. As a bird builds patiently twig by twig, the warm, brown circle of its nest. I am a Filipino. I believe in the goodness and the bounty of God. I believe in the grandeur of charity and peace as a cure for the ills of a man. For I am a Christian who looks upon all men as brother, whose task is to love. I believe in my country and in the deathlessness of my flag, for its every color is a history of courage, sacrifice, death, against any injustice, tyranny, oppression, and hate. I believe in the people as noble keepers of the faith, that all men are equal, that all men are free. I believe with verdant and sprawling mountains, hills, valleys, plains, lakes, waterfalls, rivers, sunsets, beaches, and a generous sea. A life sovereign, wondrously happy in work, and abundant with hope for my people. I am proud to be a Filipino. Okay, so for task 1, let's try to answer the following questions. Comment down below your answer. Number 1. How are islands described in the poem? 2. What are the Filipinos doing for a living according to the poem? Do you agree? Support your answer. 3. What is the cure for the ills of man according to the poem? Do you agree? Support your answer. 4. Do you think it is our duty to be proud of being Filipino? Support your answer. 5. Which Filipino trait or values described in the poem still hold true today? Which ones have changed? Explain your answer. Okay, so let's have task 2. For task 2, going to read the following expressions from the poem I Am Proud to be a Filipino and indicate whether it is simile, metaphor, or personification. Let's try. Number 1. Curdling my loins is blood rich as a milk. It is simile. Number 2. Mighty rivers are furrowing the earth. It is personification. Number 3. My house is my land. It is metaphor. 4. Trees rise as temples. It is simile. 5. Trees grapple with winds. It is personification. 6. Life is a dream. It is metaphor. 7. The white mares of the moon rush along the sky. It is personification. Number 8. The wind topped like a tired man. It is personification. 9. His speech is like a whisper of 1,000 bees. It is simile. 10. He is a lion in a fight. It is metaphor. Let's have the next task. Task 3. We're going to complete the chart. Number 1. Days are green forests and nights are warm. It is sight or touch. About number 2. Blood rich as milk. It is taste. 3. Heroes who fought to sing the poetry of freedom. It is sound. 4. Rain and mighty rivers furrowing the earth. It is motion. 5. Birds build patiently twig by twig. It is sight or motion. Next. 6. The warm brown circle of its nest. It is sight or touch. 7. Verdant and scrolling mountain hills, valleys, plains. It is sight. 8. Lakes, waterfalls, rivers, sunsets, beaches, and a generous sea. It is sight. 9. Planting rice, husking coconut, throwing nets far into the Pacific. It is motion. My bones sleep quietly as a bride. It is sound. Okay, very good. For task 4, your final task, you're going to choose from the 2. Draw a symbol of being a Filipino in your paper. Then explain in at least 5 sentences why you choose this symbol. For example, sun. Or going to initiative paper, list at least 3 or 5 ways on how to show your pride for your country. For example, buy good local products, and your output will be graded according to the following criteria: content, effort, and mechanics. Okay, remember, poetry is very personal. A poem may mean something special to you because you have encountered the feelings it expresses. You may have seen the picture it portrays or agreed with the idea it promotes. When you read the poem, involve yourself in the whole process and appreciate the new and unique way that it makes you feel. You will see how it reflects culture, history, environment, or other factors. Lastly, appreciate how figurative language and imagery add beauty and creativity to a literary piece. This is Teacher Didea. I hope you learned something for today. Thank you. God bless.